Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of In.form here on 101 Country, WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today we're talking about Hoosier Boys State and Hoosier Girls State with none other than Daniel Lawson. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Most certainly. So, Daniel, it has been another year around the sun. I can't believe that we're already, in the middle of another school year and all that stuff. But before we dive into, the fun parts about Hoosier Boys and Girls State, tell us maybe a little bit about the history about it, maybe what Hoosier Boys State and Hoosier Girls State is, or maybe how it came to be.
It came to be back in the 1930s. The American Legion was concerned about communism getting a foothold in the United States. We were just trying to get out of the depression, and that's basically when a group of individuals got together and started the Boys State program. And in a nutshell, the Boys State program is to promote democracy. And I can go into it a lot deeper than that, but that's the basics of the history of Boys State.
Right. And, with that, as time has kind of led on and whatnot, there was the formation of Girls State as well. So I would imagine this is a effort for youth to, again, democracy, very big point there, but maybe learn how some things happen, some things are done in a more fun fashion. This is more of a summer camp type thing, but you do learn a lot of stuff. So maybe give us a rundown of what Hoosier Boys State and Hoosier Girls State is, or like maybe if someone has never heard about it before, what's a good way to explain it?
Well, Hoosier high school juniors in good standings, and they must be recommended by their school. The program, this is the Boys State, the program is the 14th of June to the 19th of June, 2026. Girls State follows the following week. It is Angola, Indiana at Trine University, which is a very small university, but it's very, very modern. And Hoosier Boys State is a civics leadership program that stimulates Indiana's political process from the local to the state level, all the way up to the governorship. Juniors from across Indiana, known as delegates, will work together and create a fictional but functional government, honing your leadership skills and the organizational skills in the process. As soon as you get to Boys State, Girls State, it is a hands-on program. You don't sit in a lecture after lecture after lecture and get bored to death. It is totally hands-on. And the purpose of the program is to promote understanding about Indiana political process, the power of democracy, and inspire leadership in our future leaders. At the end of Hoosier Boys State, these juniors will know more about state government than about 90% of their peers, more able to make a positive influence in their community. During the program, delegates, both Girls State and Boys State, will become nationalist or federalist. This is to represent the two political parties that we have. Delegates will be immersed in the life of a political party. They will party caucus, they will develop party platforms, and run for a particular office if they choose to do that. And that's from the state level all the way up to the governorship. I have a meeting with high school juniors, Northeast Dubois at 8 o'clock on the 14th of January, which is Wednesday, and at Jasper High School at 9:45 on February the 11th. Now, the representative, Brenda Snare for Hoosier Girls State, will also be there. So the boys will be in a separate area and the girls will be in a separate area. We're not going to have a lot of time because it's just a short, I think I have 15, 16 minutes with the kids. But my goal there is to hand out information. I do have a PowerPoint presentation, and to get the kids interested. And if they're interested, then there was a form that they need to fill out, turn that into the guidance counselor, and then we'll take it from there. During the meeting, I'll briefly explain Hoosier Boys State, again using a PowerPoint program, and try to answer as many questions as I can during that short period of time. The cost of Hoosier Boys State is $350 plus a $50 registration fee. Upon we pay the $350. I don't have unlimited funds, but I have quite a few dollars in the nest egg to send boys to Hoosier Boys State. That $50, if they request it after they graduate from Hoosier Boys State, I will reimburse them. So that's total of $400 that is paid to get these kids to Hoosier Boys State. Again, I have no limit on juniors that is going to attend. I currently support Northeast Dubois and Jasper High School. If they are any juniors in any schools within the listening area, I will direct them to the nearest American Legion post to get their financial support. If that local American Legion post does not support Hoosier Boys State, I will find the money. So if there's kids at South Ridge or there are kids at Forest Park, which normally the American Legion post at Ferdinand takes care of theirs, Holland American Legion post is responsible for South Ridge. But if funds are limited for some reason, I'll get them to Hoosier Boys State. Just as simple as that.
Right.
Once I determine who's actually going to go to Hoosier Boys State, I will schedule a meeting with that junior and the family to sit down and explain Hoosier Boys State in detail. I can do it as a group. I can go home to home, which I've done that in the past. I can be reached at 812-661-2440 or dble754@gmail.com. Brenda Snare, her contact information, I have her phone number as 661-2109 as the Hoosier Girls State. Now, if I have 10 delegates or higher, combination of Jasper High School and Northeast Dubois that attend Hoosier Boys State, I will offer a $1,000 scholarship to one of those delegates. And it's up to me to determine what delegate gets the scholarship. It's based upon their achievements at Hoosier Boys State. And additional to that scholarship, if I have that number of guys going, during Hoosier Boys State itself, last year they gave out over $13,000 worth of scholarships. The bottom line, this or should be a requirement for all high school juniors who are committed to make a positive influence in their community beyond high school. These graduates are more apt to be involved in politics, business owners, professionals of all types. Understanding the political process is vital, especially in these times. You really need to be aware of what's going on in your environment as far as politics is concerned, because every decision that is made at every political level, most of the time will affect each and every citizen, and you need to be aware. And Hoosier Boys State is going to help you do that. It's not going to make a politician out of you. It's just going to make you be more aware and conscious of your environment within your community. In a few months, these juniors are going to be able to register to vote.
Absolutely.
And that is one of the most important rights that an American citizen has, is the right to vote. And this is an obligation that all citizens have once they turn 18. And each citizen should be informed of their local, state, and federal government policies. And graduates of Hoosier Boys State will instinctively maintain that positive attitude to get involved in their surroundings as far as politics is concerned. They're going to be aware of the laws and policies that affect their lives. They're going to be the first to volunteer to support in their community, whether it's through a not-for-profit organization, Eagles, Moose, whatever. They're going to volunteer to be youth coaches, church programs, and possibly local and state and federal government. And this is a week to really shape a lifetime. The friends that you make up there are going to last the rest of your life. The last year, the young man that went to Hoosier Boys State was a junior out of Jasper High School, Irwin Williams, and he attended Hoosier Boys State out of Jasper High School. He's going to be attending the Air Force Academy, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, he's quite a young man. So that's basically a nutshell within Hoosier Boys State.
Most certainly, you described it as well as always. Again, you've been the coordinator for Hoosier Boys State here locally for quite a few years now, and with that, Daniel, it kind of warrants. You've seen a lot of young men and ladies, again, not directly, but maybe in passing, kind of be shaped and kind of shown a way to look at their future in a different way. And as you explained, the importance is really just educating so that our future can continue to be well-educated and bright and whatnot. Is there anything that you'd like to say that maybe if we've got some parents on the fence or maybe some grandparents on the fence trying to figure out if their kid would be a good fit for this, is there anything you'd like to say to kind of win them over?
It's just a chance of a lifetime to go up to Trine University for a week and work with your peers and learn about democracy. And I know the grandparents out there, many of them were in, a lot of our ancestors came, from Europe. My mother's side came from a little town in Germany. And they came, to America for various reasons, whether it be land, religious freedom. But one of the reasons why they came was democracy. And we need to instill that in our children and our grandchildren, how important democracy is. There was a young man that I interviewed at Hoosier Boys State. It's been a few years ago. I try to get up there as often as I can. Some years I'm able to, and some I'm not. He was from a third world country in Africa. And he was from a family of 8. They lived in Indianapolis. He had to go to the library to do his homework because they had no internet, they had no computers, so forth and so on. And I asked him, I said, why did you come to Hoosier Boys State? And he said, in my country, my government is corrupt. He said, I want to learn about democracy, I want to get educated, and I want to return back to my country and get involved in the government to save my country. I have that on tape.
Wow.
So that might be something that in the future you maybe plug in. To the Hoosier Boys State program.
That is very impactful. Again, just stories like that. But there's, with every delegate class, per se, that goes through Hoosier Boys State and Hoosier Girls State, there's one younger individual that has a story like that or a story similar to that. So, again, being able to provide this, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these young people is immeasurable. And, Daniel, with that, you said that the American Legion helps fund the trip to Hoosier Boys State. That's not an easy feat, too, is providing that funding and making sure everyone's able to go, too, right?
It takes a lot of fundraising, and I'm normally pretty good at fundraising. So
yes,
money is not the issue.
Well, that is good to know as well. If anyone maybe doesn't have a younger kid who could participate in Hoosier Boys State, are you looking for maybe some donations for future candidates?
Anybody that would like to donate to the program, we have an American Legion Foundation. All they've got to do is contact me, and I will point them in the right direction.
Perfect. And again, you will be hosting your informational meetings at Jasper High School and Northeast Dubois Junior Senior High School later this week and in February. So again, that's something that the kids should definitely be looking forward to. But before we let you go, if anyone wants more information again about the registration or maybe to get in contact to put their name in the hat, let's get your information one more time before we let you go.
Okay, my phone number is 812-661-2440. My email is dble754@gmail.com. If you want to go straight to Hoosier Boys State website, and there's all kinds of tabs that you can click on. There's photos. There's history about Hoosier Boys State. You can go direct to the application site and start your application. It is www.hoosierboystate.org. www.hoosierboysstate.org, and that will answer all your questions.
Most certainly. And when are you kind of looking for that registration or getting people's interest to you by?
I would like to finalize everybody's application by let's say the mid-April timeframe. And the reason why I start now with high school juniors, I know it's early in the year, but because of the Hoosier Boys State date, juniors are looking at visiting colleges. They're looking at part-time jobs in the summer. They're looking at family vacations. So if they're interested in going to Boys State, Girls State, they need to get that on their calendar, and that's the reason why I start now.
Absolutely. The sooner the better. Again, parents, grandparents, maybe even aunts and uncles or older cousins. If you know someone who's going to be a junior this year in the Dubois County area, again, Daniel deals with Jasper and Northeast Dubois right now. But again, anyone who might be interested who is a junior in high school, a fantastic opportunity that you don't want to miss, especially since it's just the 1 year that qualifies. So, Daniel, is there anything else you want to make sure to mention with us today?
Nope. I believe I answered pretty well everything that needs to be, discussed. So
very good. Well, always a pleasure to have you back. And again, best of luck with Hoosier Boys State and Hoosier Girls State later on this summer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. This has been your In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS with Hoosier Boys State.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.